Happy Christmas, everyone, and it's time for the latest piece of One Piece, chapter 1134. And let's just get right into it. Let's get into it. I didn't think we'd get another chapter before the end of the year, but lo and behold, we have one. And big, beautiful color spread for, of course, the actor who has played Frankie for many, many years, hoping for his health. And I mean, if you just see the pictures and the difference and stuff, it's, you know, it's heartbreaking. It really is. So I do hope that he does get the help he needs and one day can return to voice Frankie and stuff. You know, that's a big thing. So kudos to Oda, of course. I mean, obviously this is definitely you know, sayonara, shout out to him. Now, the chapter itself, entitled The Owl Library, there's a lot of small things to discuss. I mean, the interactions are fun. You know, when Oda started this, it's quite funny that he's not even going to let them have at least one night. You know what I mean? We're not even going to get one night. You know, like, they just arrived on Elbaf. They met Saul. Everything's okay. They're not even going to get a full 24 hours of partying and drunkenness and a good time and blah, 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 and good food and meeting up with old friends. And no. Oda is sitting here just laughing his ass off at the rest of us, being like, come on, give the Straw Hats at a party, for God's sakes. You know, you can argue that they've had their little small parties in between, but it's like they're finally rested on an island, yada, yada, yada. So, Luffy starts off doing this Yakuza bit, and it's like, alright, whatever. Saul's just basically like, oh no, I'm just so glad that Robin has friends and stuff like that, because Luffy's like, I thank you very much, kind sir, you know, I'm a friend of the family, you're a friend of mine. Any friend of Robin's, you know, you can count upon me. I'm an emperor of the sea. I'm the godfather of the sea, you know. Did he pick this shit up from, you know, Beijing and a whole cake or something? Anyways, so so they make fun of that and stuff like that, and Robin's like, I found true friends and stuff. And other than Jinbei, Luffy, and Zoro, who are just, they're happy and stuff like that, but the rest of the crew is bawling their eyes out. Like, we will protect you, Robin, with the rest of our lives. No question. They're just bawling their eyes out. So everyone decides to go in their own directions, right? So there's a lot of, some people are going to go to the library with Robin. Some people are going to go to the village. Some people are going to go here, there, everywhere. And it's all good, you know, to see the tree, to see this, to see that, and stuff like that. Before all that happens, the worst thing, hopefully Oda handles this properly. Just like I said the worst thing when they said time-traveling samurai, and I went, do not add time travel into One Piece. That's a bad idea. And it was very limited time travel, and it did work. I still questioned whether that was the best narrative choice, but he handled it very, very well. This bothers me. Lilith, one of the Vegapunks, goes up to Saul, says, I'm Vegapunk. Here's this, you know, capsule of some description, and says, this inside is a Vegapunk clone. A perfect recreation. Not like us satellites, androids. They're androids. It was the me who came here 20 years ago. So it's literally the clone of Vegapunk. Meaning, they say like, oh, we can't open the capsule yet, we're not ready. And the idea that Vegapunk, when he was touring, when he went to Ohara and met up with Dragon, it was probably this clone. When he met up with Saul, it's probably this clone. When he went, well, it's confirmed that it was this clone. The one that walked around and gained the knowledge. How this one got back to the island without the Gorosei's knowledge, who knows? How much does this clone does it have every bit of, information up until the real one died? Because if that's the case, if this Vegapunk clone has all the knowledge and all the memories and will be implanted with all the knowledge of everything that happened on Egghead and everything up to the present day, one of the worst decisions in One Piece. Because it meant that Vegapunk's death had zero meaning or consequence. Once again, we keep doing this. Oda, let your characters fucking die. For the love of everything, holy Christ's sakes. Please. It's okay. Pell made sense. The 9/11 shit. Everything else, inexcusable. Let your characters, non-flashback characters, let them die. You have only successfully killed off 2 main characters in the entirety of this series. It has been 30 fucking years. You can kill Big Mom's baby daddy. You can kill the scientist who was so shitty that I was glad he died. Mr. 500 years in the future. No, not really. Just stole all of somebody else's work. It's Jurassic Park 101. Oh, by the way, I actually don't know a shit about devil fruits. I only have one little theory. That's what we waited 500 chapters and 12 years for. That's what I waited for. For this genius with an apple fucking head to tell me nothing I didn't already know. Thank you very fucking much. And now, after you kill him off in some brave sending a message to the world, even if I die and Egghead is destroyed and all the people, and I was so naive that Kuma and this, that, the other thing. By the way, I'm still technically alive because I got a clone body. The android thing was one thing. Them up in the cloud, literally, iPhone, the cloud. Up in the Apple cloud. Was a little bit meh. But Vegapunk basically, essentially, is not dead. Literally, the Stella body is perfectly alive because there's a clone of him. Literally, a perfect clone. A perfect recreation, according to Lilith, who was traveling the world and everyone said and thought was Vegapunk. Assuming you upload the memories from the Edison Apple Cloud, Vegapunk didn't die at all. So, worst fucking thing to happen in One Piece in a very long time. Oda, please let characters die. And you killed off better characters. You killed off Absalon. You killed off Izo. Ashura Doji. And we know that Kaido and Big Mom are not dead. So I don't even know why people even consider that. Because if Oda is going to bring back, literally, Pound, and now Vegapunk, oh, I wanted to love this chapter, but this ruined my entire day. It ruined my day reading this. I was so pissed off. I actually dropped the chapter, and then I went to work and I did whatever, and then I came back to it, today. And it's still making me mad. Here I am, ranting about this bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. Vegapunk was a shit character who caused more death and destruction and heartache than the fucking world government has done. Charlos hasn't caused this much death and grief. And we're supposed to be fucking sad that he died, and now knowing that his death didn't matter? He's just alive again. Oh, I'm sorry. He's in a fucking Walt Disney box. I don't give a shit. You know he's going to be revived. And also, on top of that, the whole Jewelry Bonnie bullshit, the whole tragedy of Kuma's backstory is the fact that he got to this point. If they cure him, then none of that had any consequence. Not everybody gets the Walt Disney happy fucking ending. This is not the Lion King. You're not allowed to always have the happy ending. This ain't Beauty and the Beast. Sometimes good people die. Like, for God, like, Oda is so good in flashbacks. He shows the harshness of the world. Nami's mom died. Brooks' crew died. Tom died. Ace and Whitebeard, the only time he's ever actually showcased this. Like, I'm happy for Robin. I said this last time. I'm thrilled for Robin that we got the Saul thing. But I'm still arguing that it wasn't good to have this whole, especially the Wano thing was a mistake. If you were going to bring Saul back, don't do the fucking I accept that they're dead and then pull the rug out from under her. Actually, he's alive. That's just a twisted bullshit, in my opinion. You know? Because what's next? Clover's alive. Her mother's alive. Tom's alive. Brooks' whole crew's alive. Who else are you going to bring back from the dead at this point, Oda? Like, that is a major problem. So, no, I cannot in good conscience like this chapter. Because it not only brings back to life one of the worst human beings in the entire series, bar none. However, it also brings up the idea that, by the way, Kuma, the whole idea that all the tragedy and all the shit that happened to him and all the sacrifices he made, yeah, I think we're going to be able to fix him. Now, I hope, like Tekking 101 explained, that it's not, because even Tekking said the same thing I'm going to say, is that I hope that it's bring back some level of functionality, so he's not just a... You know, I'm hoping that it's more about bringing back some level of functionality, and at the very least, some acknowledgement, recognizability, I don't know how to say that word, but like some able to know that that's Bonnie, and Bonnie knows that Kuma does know that that's her, you know, some account of that. Okay, Kuma deserves that much, but you take away from the tragedy if everything happens and everything's back to normal and happy. Ace ain't coming back. Whitebeard ain't coming back. Roger ain't coming back. These things, you know, they're tragedies for a reason, and they build character, and they're very, very sad. But if you keep fixing the tragedy, you know, I'm sick and tired of people saying that Dragon Ball has no weight and no meaning because of the Dragon Balls, and death has no meaning, when Oda has done this without Dragon Balls in this series. So it's just like, stop doing this. Stop it. I can't take it. Anyways, so they go off on to all these places. The Owl Library is absolutely fantastic. We get the idea, by the way, we meet this beautiful, gorgeous, you know, Habada warrior biology teacher named Ripley. And I think we've seen her before. Anyways, I'm not sure. But she's got the tattoo. She's a warrior. She even says, I'm one of the last generations of warriors on Elbaf. We're not actually warfaring anymore, and we've been fighting with the older generation. It seems like boomers versus new gen sort of idea. In the fact that back in my day, and it's like, no, we have a new age, and they're talking about going to school and studying and being learned people rather than being warfaring and hungry and Vikings, and we take over and warfare. Huzzah! You know, that kind of idea is long dead. Now, Ripley is one of the last with the tattoos and the badassery. She says, I'm from the last generation of still... The way she says it is, oh, I'm still a warrior. I'm not teaching war to the children, but I am a warrior, right? So there are still plenty of warriors in Elbath by this logic. Anyways, she also remarks to Luffy that she wants to see his Nika form. She wants to see the white form because it's like, I recognize that form. I know what that looks like, and I know who you are, sort of idea. And not in a bad way, just to know, I'm curious. Like, the last time I saw you, you resemble very much one of the gods that we respect and stuff like that. It's actually a really good moment. Now, once again, of course, the Owl Library is also a very nice moment with Robin and stuff like that, seeing all the books of O'Hara now set up in a new library, a new beautiful library in the heart of the Tree of Might, the heart of Yggdrasil and stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. Then we jump back down to the underworld and to Loki, who's talking on this snow Den Mushi to some guy. We have no idea who this is. Apparently they've been friends for a long ass time. They're just talking about, hey, I'll help crush your enemies anytime. It's like, no, I don't think I want that. And it's like, but you're really nice, Loki. What do you mean I'm nice? I'm a fucking asshole. What the fuck is wrong with you? Would you please not shout? Fuck you, I'm gonna shout, right? So, that's, yeah. Anyways, so I don't know what the point of that scene was. I assume this is a character we already know. And then finally, we do see Dory and we don't see Broggy yet, but we do see everyone like chilling. They're like already started the party like they said they were going to do. And boom, big crack of what I assume was Conqueror's Hockey into this castle near the top of the tree. I'm assuming it's the castle. And boom, who shows up? It's the Circle. It's the Transmutation Circle. The same Full Metal Alchemist. But still, the Transmutation Circle of Satan himself. And who shows up? Bandage Lady, and definitely not Shanks. Yeah, okay. So, definitely not Shanks shows up because this is the second time that this person has appeared. I'm under the impression that, okay, theorists, you were right. There is Shanks has a brother. A twin, potentially. Now, I'm gonna say, or I did like this theory, now that Garland became one of the Gorosei, he was able to revert to his prime due to Eames' magic. Instead of gaining some devil fruit form, he got to go to the prime of his youth as a master swordsman, right? So either this is Garling in his prime, or this is once again the twin of Shanks. I do not believe that this is Shanks. Was it Shanks when he showed up in the Gorosei's room? Maybe. Once again, Oda could be playing with us as a red herring. One of these two could be Shanks, and one of them could not be. Or both of them could be Shanks, highly unlikely, or both of them could have been Shanks' twin brother. As I said, the most likely theory is that both characters, the one I believe in, is that Shanks was the actual one to show up to the Gorosei's room and say, I want to talk about a certain pirate. That was Shanks. This is not Shanks. This is either the twin brother or Garling himself in his prime. And by becoming a Gorosei, he's taken one of the Godsei's with him. Or his son, his second son, not Shanks, who was stolen, or maybe this is the elder brother, who knows. The Shanks' brother here now was elevated to the level of the leader of the Gods Knights, since his father, Garling, was promoted to the Gorosei, and now he is being sent here. How they managed to transmute to this location on Elbaf, you would think that they would have taken over Elbath a long time ago if they were able to pull this shit off. I have no... I believe that this isn't a homunculus, Full Metal Alchemist, the first version. I don't believe like this is Shanks as a homunculus, and this is because a lot of people were saying, oh, this is Nico Robin's mother, this is Olivier, this is somebody that we already know. I don't believe that. I think that these are two members of the Gods Knights, most likely the leader and his right hand here. They showed up. How they showed up with this summoning circle in Elbath, I don't know. But I do believe that this is not Shanks. This is obviously another, lead into the twin brother theory. And yeah, but I have heard the Garling is now in his prime. Instead of taking a devil fruit, he said, bring me back to my youth, sort of idea, right? So, anyways, that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. So, if this is the last chapter of the year, if we don't get one before January, then hey. I can't stand that one section of the chapter, but the cliffhanger we've been left on at the end of the year, mwah, chef's kiss. Not saying Oda screws up for the entire chapter, that Vegapunk shit though, whew. My blood pressure, right? I thank God I'm in Canada, free healthcare. I'm gonna go get my blood pressure checked on that one. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. All that fun jazz. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. We'll see you all back here in the new year, of course, for the next piece of One Piece. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. And as I said, good food, good friends, good family, good drink, good holidays. No matter how you choose to spend it, this has not been my year, but I hope it's been yours. And if it hasn't been yours as well, then I hope next year is a better one for you. That's all I can say. Once again, see you back here for the next piece of One Piece. Have a good one, everyone. Merry Christmas.